Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's Grow Wealthy Grooming. I will be in Myrtle Beach when I normally am live, and because I can't promise the quality of the show, because I'm not sure what the internet's going to be like, I decided to pre-record this. Now, this is so weird because I don't have my software, but I do have a great blog article I want to read for you guys, and I'm going to miss the interaction that I normally have. But it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and read that, and then I can't wait to see you guys next week live. So this week's topic is going to all bleh. See, this is how you know it's live. It's recorded live. It is what it is. This week's topic is all about how to use a debt snowball to pay off debt. For those of you guys that do not know me, my name is River Lee. I am the founder of the Savvy Groomer, where I teach fellow pet professionals how to find their purpose and profits while enjoying their passion. I have an online course called Personal Finance on a Leash, which helps you pay off debt and hopefully create some savings. So let's go ahead and get into this article. So how to use the debt snowball method to get out of debt. You're in over your head in debt and it doesn't feel good. You need the money to start your business and eventually to cover your daily living expenses. It was the only way to get by, but now you're faced with this ridiculous debt. What do? Ignoring it doesn't work. It's not going anywhere. Making minimum payments doesn't help. Your credit score doesn't suffer because you made the minimum payments, but your pocketbook suffers. And interest charges accumulate at crazy rates, and before you know it, you feel buried. So now what? Try the debt snowball method. It's an organized and proven way to get yourself out of debt. It offers quick wins that create motivation and it will eventually get you out of debt. Here is how it works. So you might be asking, what is the debt snowball method? The debt snowball method is a strategy to reduce your debt in an organized manner. If you're tired of trying to figure out which bill to pay off first, this is a great way to figure it out. This method focuses on all of your debts in order of balance, but not interest rates. Arrange your debts from the smallest to the largest balance, focusing on the bill with the smallest balance first. The method focuses on intention. You pay all your bills, but you focus on the first bill in line. After you pay off the first debt, celebrate your victory. You paid your debt off and you showed your money how to work. It's the first step to financial freedom. All right, but how does the debt snowball method work? Start by grabbing your statements of all your credit cards and bills and use the following steps. Order your bills from smallest to largest balance and don't look at your interest rate. You may have bills with high APRs first, last, or somewhere in the middle. It doesn't matter. Budget the minimum payment for each bill into your fixed expenses. Make these payments on time every month. Figure out how much extra money you have each month. If you don't have a budget, now is a great time to start. I personally love zero-based budgets because they give every dollar a job. Take the extra money and pay it towards the first bill in line. This is in addition to the minimum required payment. Keep paying extra money to the first debt in line until it's paid off in full. Then celebrate your victory, but mindfully. Take the full amount you paid to the first debt, including the minimum payment, and add it to the minimum payment of the next debt in line. Keep going until you've paid off all your debt. All right, how to find extra money. Here's where many people struggle. They assume they don't have any extra money, so the debt snowball method won't work for them. But everyone has extra money. You just have to know where to find it. Here are a few ways. Host a garage sale or sell some items you no longer need. Facebook Market, Craigslist, Poshmark, eBays are all great. We all have like 30 pairs of scissors in our drawer that we haven't touched ever. Put them up on Facebook Marketplace. Have another groomer who wants them. Start a side hustle if you can have a spare few minutes, even if it's just answering market research surveys, or use the cashback apps to save on your purchases. You can earn extra money that way. Switch insurance providers or negotiate lower rates with your current company. I know that I had been with a company that I really loved for about 5 years, but I'd never really shopped around. And what I found out was that I was paying like triple the average rate in the area. Now, I still loved my insurance company. So I went to that company with these quotes, and they actually cut my bill in half. So I got to stay with them. I was still paying more than I would have gotten the other companies, but it was a great compromise. Cut the cord already if you haven't. I mean, really, who needs cable when we have Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus? Go ahead and switch bank accounts so you stop paying bank fees. I'm always shocked at how many of you guys have like $12 fees on your bank statement. It's not a lot of money, but when you look at it over the year, or if you have multiple accounts, it can get really pricey. Think about your current spending, where you can cut, and how you can bring in those few extra dollars and put every dollar you earn towards your debt. An example of the debt snowball method. All right, so let's look at the debt snowball method like it was real life. You've created your budget and you've pulled in your statements. Here are your following bills. So imagine a $300 credit card with a minimum payment of 20 bucks, $1,000 medical bill with an agreed minimum of 50 bucks, $2,200 credit card with a minimum payment of 75, $5,000 car loan with a minimum of 250, $7,000 student loan, minimum of 150. All right. So you budget the minimum payments, which is a total of $545, plus your other required expenses like mortgage, utilities, insurance, gas, food. After looking at your budget, you realize you have an extra $220 each month you could put towards your debt. Okay. So what's going to happen there is the first month is you're going to pay that $220 on the credit card with a $300 balance. That means it's going to take you 2 months to pay that debt in full. Then celebrate. Next, you take the $220 and you add it to the $50 agreed upon minimum payment of your medical bill for a total of $270 per month. Oh, I'm shooting this right now at 5 a.m. So I hope you guys love me. At least it's daylight savings. Okay. So then it's going to take you 4 months to pay that debt in full. You've knocked out 2 debts. Yay, good job. Now we can move on to the $2,200 credit card, paying the $345, which is the $270 plus $75 minimum payment each month. You keep doing this until you've paid all your debts in full. Since you're now aware of how to spend your money and the effort it takes to get out of debt, you may be able to stay out of debt. Is the debt snowball a good idea? Different methods work for different people, but the debt snowball method is a tried and true method for millions of people. If you can't organize your finances or figure out which debt to focus on, like which one to pay off first, this is a great way to get organized. You know exactly where your money should go and how to get out of debt. The method is great for people who thrive on quick wins. Paying off debt usually isn't quick fixes, which is why many people fall off the wagon, so to speak. They don't see progress and they hate sacrificing in other areas, so they go back to making minimum payments and staying in debt. With the debt snowball method, organizing your debts in order of balance, though, is a great way to see that you can pay off your debt. The goal is to keep the momentum going so you can pay off your larger debts too. Why the debt snowball method works. If you look at it realistically, the debt snowball method is just a way of organizing your money. It's nothing extraordinary financially speaking, but it does create behavioral modification. If we are all creatures of habit and it sometimes works, you're likely to keep going, right? I'm so sorry. I gotta catch a plane in a few hours. We gotta pop through this. Awesome. When you're just making minimum payments or making payments haphazardly, you don't see the method in the madness and you're likely to give up. With the debt snowball method, it's a proven method and it becomes habit, almost like muscle memory. You see what you're capable of and you want more of it. Almost like you're trying to lose weight. When you lose the first few pounds, you feel empowered, excited, and ready to lose more. This is the same as this debt payoff strategy. All right. If that's not going to work for you, here's another debt payoff strategy. The debt snowball isn't the only method. The debt avalanche is another method, but it requires a significant more willpower. It doesn't provide the same quick wins because you order your debts in by interest rate from highest to lowest, not balance. The debt avalanche method is for the people who want to save more money on interest rather than pay off debts fast. Then when you focus on that card debt with the highest interest rate, you decrease the amount of interest you'll pay overall. It uses the same idea, making minimum payments on each debt and focusing on the extra money of the first debt in line. Well, that first debt may have the largest balance, the smallest, or somewhere in between. You may pay the principal balance of that debt down. You'll pay less interest over the debt's lifetime, putting more money in your pocket. This method isn't for everyone. It takes a while, sometimes even more than a year, to see progress. If you need motivation, you may not like this method because it takes more dedication and patience to see it through to the end. So I want you guys to get out of debt today. It doesn't matter which debt payoff method you choose. The key is to get out of debt once and for all. As you pay off your debt, stay mindful of your spending, lock up your credit cards so you don't use them anymore. Only buy what you can afford in cash. Don't close your credit cards though, that hurts your credit score. Keep them open and let the balances drop. The lower balances decrease your credit utilization ratio, which improves your credit score. If you keep up these habits, stick to the budget, and don't get yourself in debt again, the debt snowball method could be the last time you have to deal with overwhelming debt again. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I would love to see you guys at my free Facebook group, Savvy Pet Professionals, where you can network with like-minded people. If you're ready to take the leap and learn more about your personal finance and how to get your money to work for you, go ahead and sign up for my 12-week online course called Personal Finance on a Leash. Right now, if you sign up for Personal Finance on a Leash in 2020, you will be actually added to our mastermind next year, which is tentatively titled Unapologetically Wealthy, where we're going to take 12 whole months to figure out our credit scores, do some super saving to buy a house, buy a grooming business, or even just stockpile your emergency fund. I'd love to see you. Check out my website, Savvy Groomer, SAVVYGROOMER.com to learn more. Happy grooming, guys.